Zeroing a rifle is simple, and doing it well is the difference between effectively shooting your rifle and spraying bullets vaguely in that direction. Rifles out past 100 meters are as impacted by the accuracy and capability of the optic as they are the rifle, and at longer distances the optic becomes arguably the most important question in how accurate you can be. Speaking of being accurate, my videos contain a lot of accurate information, so you should join us over on Patreon. It's, I'm a shepherd's hook? Really? What? Why do we zero? Well, first of all, the rifle is pointing in one direction, the optic is pointing in another direction, so lining them up makes aiming work. But imagine for a moment you get the left-right down on the first try. You still have the problem of the sight being on top of the barrel, and that height, known as the height over bore, means you will have a specific distance where the optic and the rifle will exactly overlap. Two specific distances in most cases, as it matches on the upward arc and then rematches later on the downward arc. Take a ruler and measure from the center of the barrel to the center of the optic and write that number down. This will matter later. The zero distance that you pick will affect how your gun handles in a lot of other situations. A 9mm carbine zeroed at 25 meters will be as much as 1.5 feet low at 150 meters, depending on which bullets you're shooting and how long the barrel is. If you just grabbed an AR and want to be effective out to 200-ish meters with no real concern beyond that, the quickest way to start getting a rifle zeroed is to throw it in a vise. Mount your optic, make sure you use Loctite because if it comes off, it needs to be re-zeroed. Roughly aim down the barrel at something on the wall, then adjust the left-right on the optic so that reticle is exactly in line with what you're looking at. But try to set it up so vertically you're roughly at the height over bore above what you're aiming at. Take this to a range. Put the gun in a bench rest if you can. If not, at least stabilize it on a backpack and shoot prone to remove as much of the U out of the shooting. Find the distance you want to zero at. Put a single round in the chamber and carefully aim at the center of the target. The bullet will hit somewhere that isn't right where you aimed, but should be close. Now you need to adjust your scope. Fix one direction first. If you are both left and down, fix how far left-right you are first. Without adjusting your hold, where on the target you are aiming, repeat the process with small adjustments until where you are aiming and where the bullets are going overlap perfectly. You are now zeroed for that distance. You are now also zeroed for a second distance. For example, this is my AR. It is an 18-inch barrel firing most commonly M855. In my case, I am zeroed at 50 meters and I have a second zero at 300 meters. Anything up to about 350 meters is close enough that I'm not adjusting my zero, I'm just aiming for the off box in the center. Now, this will be good enough. Is it incredibly precise? Not particularly, no. If you want to get something that is more easily repeatable and starts you in a better position for adjustment, stay tuned. This was the down and dirty rapid zero option. If you want to add precision, you need to change it up just a little. First of all, get a bore laser. A bore laser will give you a laser that comes from your rifle's chamber out through the barrel. You can get one on Amazon for less than $10. Take a piece of paper and a ruler and draw a line in black that is 1/8 of an inch less than your height over bore. Tape that to the wall. Point your rifle at the image you taped to the wall. You want your optics cross to land on the top dot when the laser is on the bottom. The next thing you should do is make a dope card, which, oh, hey, I have a video on right here. Dope cards are a thing you should have at least one of for each rifle. Multiple if you expect to get multiple types of ammunition through it. And once you have a dope card set and your optic zeroed, take that original line you drew and with a red dot, add where the bore laser lines up when aiming on the final setup. Now, if you ever need to remove the optic for any reason, you can line up with your former zero and be at least damn close in how it was when put back together. And that's it. This was a relatively short one, but it's incredibly important you get it right if you're going to be using optics on a rifle. If you find yourself struggling to get the dirty method to work, counterintuitively start out with the advanced precision version, as the laser makes finding the initial rough zero much less guesswork. That's going to be it for me. Thank you so much to my Patreons, these lovely names right here, especially a gigantic shout out to Molly McAllister and Marshall Nye. Seriously, would not be able to be making these videos without y'all. If you're appreciating the content, then come on, join us over there. You get videos a day early and access to unique custom content, as well as the ability to vote on what comes next. This video was actually voted on by my Patreons. But that's going to be it from me. Stay dangerous, y'all. Keep each other safe. And remember, moral doesn't mean legal, and Stonewall was a fucking riot. Peace.